Snapshot 24w19a is dropped with chunk loading performance improvements and a load of bug fixes, quickly followed by Snapshot 24w19b fixing a crash. My name is Slime and this is a video showing you all about the changes in these two snapshots. Before we get into that though, a throwback to last week's Snapshot 24w18a where there was a significant change to the Mace that didn't get into the changelog and was also missed in my video. The Mace now has a base attack damage of 5, which is down from 6. The damage per fallen block now has a fall off, so the first 3 blocks of fall height give 4 damage per block, for a total of at most 12. The next 5 blocks give 2 damage per block, for a total of at most 22 that far. And after that, each fallen block only adds 1 point of damage. The density enchantment for the Mace has also been changed to only give a half point extra damage per level and fallen block. Speaking of that, the Density and Breach enchantments are now incompatible with each other and with all other damage enchantment like Smite and Bane of Arthropods. The attack speed of the Mace has also been reduced significantly to 0.5 down from 1.6. That means it now takes 2 seconds to recover fully after a swing, compared to 0.625 seconds before. The Mace now has twice the durability compared to before at 500 durability. Let's get back to 24w19a, but stay on the Mace. Maces can now once again be enchanted with Fire Aspect, and Maces with the Wind Burst enchantment now more reliably protect players against fall damage. Smash attacks now knock back other players around the target entity properly. Let's move to other gameplay, where the previous snapshot had some big problems. Crafting no longer leaves some of the ingredients in the crafting grid when taking out the results in this version. Blocks no longer instantly reappear when mined, and moving while being hit no longer completely removes knockback. Speaking of knockback, campfires no longer produce knockback in this version. Sweep attacks now work consistently again, and boats no longer glitch through blocks after dropping into shallow water. Brewing stands no longer reset the brewing time if they get unloaded and reloaded, and books no longer get consumed when placed on a lectern in creative mode. Ender Pearls can no longer teleport players in spectator mode. And falling blocks like sand, gravel and anvils can now travel through portals. Dispensers no longer toss out a bottle if there are no available spaces when filling a honey bottle, but there is a stack of honey bottles which has room for the new one. And ominous item spawners no longer create arrows with potion effects that don't look like tipped arrows. This version also has plenty of follow-ups from the enchantment changes in the previous snapshot. The new functionality of Fire Aspect being able to light candles and campfires no longer applies to candles and campfires underwater, and using it now emits a vibration of the block change frequency. It can also be used to switch the lit block state of other blocks like redstone lamps and furnaces, which is now fixed. Holding a Fire Aspect weapon in your main hand no longer sets the target on fire if you throw a trident at them from the offhand. Speaking of tridents, the Riptide enchantment now works once again. The quick charge enchantment on crossbows now once again speeds up the charging animation. Sharpness and other damage enchantments now add damage rather than reducing it for players. Bane of Arthropods now gives the appropriate level of slowness after hitting a target. Soul Speed no longer activates every time you jump, causing your field of view to change if you have FOV effects on. Frostwalker no longer replaces waterlogged blocks with frosted eyes, and blocks placed by Frostwalker now emit a vibration that skulk sensors can pick up, a block placed vibration of frequency 13. And thorns now once again work for items held in your hands. Some mob fixes. The drop rate of wither skeleton skulls and some other items from mobs that get affected by the looting enchant had decreased slightly in the previous snapshot, which is fixed in this one. And mobs no longer suffocate or glitch through blocks if they grow up from a baby when close to that block. In visual news, the trial spawner texture has been updated to fix a few inconsistent pixels. The keybinds menu background is no longer slightly darker than the rest of the UI. In sound news, the subtitle for the trial spawner Crackles has been fixed to stay on screen properly. The sounds for toggling on and off a copper bulb have been unified into a single toggle sound. And there are 4 new cave sounds in this version added to the 19 already present. In performance news, the chunk loading of the game has been optimized. When reading an already generated chunk from disk, surrounding chunks are no longer loaded unnecessarily, which can also be seen on the single-player loading screen. The new system also has less memory and CPU overhead. And this version also fixes a number of crashes, data upgrade problems, and other stability issues. The follow-up, 24w19b, had a single fix, a fix for the game crashing when a villager died. In addition, this version also comes with Data Pack version 43, bringing us more fixes and updates to enchantment effect, attributes, item components, and more. If you're interested in that, hang tight for a separate video about it here on the channel. But that will do it for this one. Thank you for watching, my name is Slime, and I'll see you next time. The follow-up, 24w19b, had a single fish,